Happy fall, guys! It is officially fall now, so I got my fall shirt on. It's pumpkin colored. It's got like flowers on it, which suggests harvest, and it's from American Eagle, and what is more American than Thanksgiving? Hey guys, it's Rachel, and today we are making these adorable pumpkin spice latte cake pops. These are super cute. I know that pumpkin spice lattes can be kind of a polarizing thing. Some people are just so sick of hearing about them, and some people love them and they have them all the time in the fall. For me, I had one once this year, and it wasn't my favorite thing. It was also not my least favorite thing. My least favorite thing is probably straight espresso, because oh my gosh, I ordered an affogato once and then it was delicious until I got a spoonful of just straight espresso and I was like, oh, I'm awake now. It is so bitter. Anyways though, back to pumpkin spice lattes. I would say for me it's not my favorite thing. I think it would be better with an extra shot of espresso in it, but I also think most things would be better with an extra shot of espresso in it. But regardless of whether you like pumpkin spice lattes or not, these are so good, you guys. You're gonna love them. We're using homemade pumpkin bread as the base for our cake pops, and then as the binder we're going to use some cinnamon cream cheese frosting. It is so tasty, and I really like this recipe because I feel like a lot of times cake pops taste just okay, you know, but with this one it's awesome because the cake base is homemade, the frosting is homemade, and it just tastes delicious. So I hope you guys give it a try. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do so because I post 2 new videos every week. And without further ado, let's get started. First off, let's make our yummy pumpkin loaf. In a large bowl, you'll need 1 cup of canola oil. And then it's time for our star ingredient, our pumpkin puree. Just a 15-ounce can will work here. Then add in 4 eggs. And you know the drill, those should be at room temperature. Then pour in 2/3 cups of water, along with 2 cups of sugar. And just mix that all through. Look at that beautiful color. It's like a sunset, like if a sunset was a bread. I never thought I'd ever say that sentence in my life. But anyways though, in a separate bowl you'll need 3.5 cups of flour. Then add in 2 teaspoons of baking soda, along with a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of freshly ground nutmeg, or if not freshly ground, at least like not expired from the back of your pantry or something. Then add in a 1/2 teaspoon of cloves and a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. Then grab your whisk and whisk that all through. As you can see here, my bowl is too small, but it's okay, we made it work. Now just set that aside and grab your wet ingredients. Then you're just going to pour your dry ingredients into your wet ingredients and give that all a mix. As you can see, the whisk really isn't the tool for the job here, so use something a little more sturdy like a spatula. And then I almost forgot, add in a teaspoon of espresso powder. This is just kind of like a play on the pumpkin spice latte, so it has a little bit of a coffee hint to it. If you don't want that though, you can totally leave it out. Alright, that looks beautiful. Now I'm just going to pour it into my loaf pans that have been greased and lined with parchment paper. This recipe makes a lot of batter, so the size of your pans is kind of arbitrary. I used an 8x4 inch pan here, but really you just want your pans to be half full, so use whatever you have on hand and then just make some muffins with the extra. Now just bake those off at 350 for about 40 or 50 minutes, it depends on the size of your pans. Mine took about 50. In the meantime, let's make our cream cheese frosting. You'll need 8 ounces of nice soft cream cheese, and just mix it till it's smooth. Alright, that looks perfect. Now we're going to add in 1 stick of softened butter and mix that in too. At this point you're going to gradually add in 4 cups of powdered sugar. And then once that's all combined, it should be all thick and creamy and luscious and just looking perfect. To make it even better though, we're going to add in a teaspoon of cinnamon and mix it all through. If your mixer is kind of straining, it's probably because the cream cheese is a little tricky to mix, so persistence is key here. Also, strong muscles. At this point, our pumpkin bread should be out of the oven now, and you can see it looks so beautiful. And if you think it tastes good, it smells even more gorgeous, all those spices and that pumpkin. And here you can see the beauty of that parchment paper sling. Comes right out of there. I should just call this video like the art of pumpkin bread. Anyways though, now that we have all of our components ready, we can start to make our cake pops. So you're just going to trim the crust off of your bread. Are you guys like a trim the crust off person or a no trim person? I've always left the crust on because I feel like it doesn't have a flavor, and then you just have less bread, but oh well, to each their own. Today though, we're going to trim the crusts off so we have a nice smooth cake pop base. Then just add your cubed bread to a stand mixer and mix this until you get nice fine crumbs. And now you can reward yourself with a piece of pumpkin bread. This stuff is so good. I actually saved one loaf and then made the other loaf into these cake pops so you get a little bit of both. Anyways though, now you're just going to add in some of your cinnamon cream cheese frosting and mix it all through. You want to keep adding frosting until you get a consistency kind of like this. It's similar to a Play-Doh consistency, and you should be able to pack it in your hands without having any big cracks in it. And now we're just going to roll our cake pops. Just start off with a scoop of your cake pop dough, and then roll it into a ball. Next up, roll it into a cylinder, then flatten both sides so you get a neater cylinder, and then continue rolling until it's a nice smooth shape. Alright, that looks good. And then just form the rest of your cake pops. And then once these are all nice and rolled out, just pop them off into the fridge for about 10 minutes. And in the meantime, we can color our candy quick. You guys know I always love using candy quick. The consistency is just perfect for dipping, and to color the candy quick I actually added some cinnamon too to give it those kind of flecks in it, and it makes it smell really good too. And now our cake pop should be ready to dip. So grab yourself a lollipop stick, dip it into the candy coating, and then insert it into your cake ball. Look how cute that is already. For some reason, everything looks so much cuter on a stick. Anyways though, just continue adding in these sticks for the rest of your cake balls. Perfect. And now they are all ready to be dipped. So you're just going to submerge it fully into the candy coating, then rock it around to coat it. You don't want to stir it or anything. And then just gently tap your wrist to get off the excess candy coating. Alright, that looks beautiful. And just pop that into your stand or a styrofoam block to set. And then repeat for the rest of your cake pops. You could also make these cake pops in different flavors for different times of the year. You could do peppermint or lemon, whatever you like. Once all of your cake pops are set, we're just going to decorate them. So I'm taking some green candy melts. I've just piped on a circle of candy coating. Then I'm going to spread it out with a toothpick, and this is going to be kind of like our Starbucks logo. And then while you have your green candy coating all ready, you're just going to pipe out some lines onto a sheet of wax paper or parchment paper. This is going to be for our straws. The lines don't have to be perfectly straight, which is a good thing because mine definitely weren't. We're going to be taking a pretty small section of them, so it doesn't really matter if it's straight. Once the candy coating is set, you're just going to take a knife and gently chop it through. And now our green candy coating should be set. So I'm just going to take some black candy coating now, and just pipe on a circle in the center of the green circle. And then as the finishing touch, add on a little heart with some white candy coating. We're just making a heart today because there is no way I can make the mermaid. And then the final touch is to pipe on some more cream cheese frosting, or just regular frosting if you want it pure white. Then sprinkle on a little bit of cinnamon, or a lot of cinnamon, and pop in your straw. And that's all there is to it. These are so cute. Alright guys, our pumpkin spice latte cake pops are finished now, and these are looking adorable. They look just like pumpkin spice lattes, but in like a little miniature form. Also, I wanted to ask you guys, how many of you have had a pumpkin spice latte? Because I feel like it's such a big thing around this time, but I only tried one this year because honestly, I was just embarrassed to order it. I feel like you become such a stereotypical teenage girl if you order a pumpkin spice latte, and then I also thought they're so sick of making them all day that I didn't want to order another one. And then I tried a gingerbread latte and I was not a fan. But like I said though, regardless of whether you like pumpkin spice lattes or not, you're going to love these guys. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do so because I post 2 new videos every week. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at kawaiisweetworld, and then check out my website at kawaiisweetworld.com. And that is all of the shameless self-plugging I have to do. I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Bye guys!